to the pavement and kick this is the area, mate. So it's the same as them, mate. Obviously, if they see someone standing in the middle, they're just going to kick off anyway. If I can just move you to the pavement, mate, it just saves any trouble. So, all right, mate. Just...
It's Reform UK doing a protest. It's like pro British. For all the attacks in that protest, yeah.
Across the road.
Not at all, right?
Bamboo.
Right, guys, we're going to do a photo with the banners. We take one out of our own pockets, so we really appreciate everyone on the edges. Just cut in a little bit.
I ain't here for either side, innit? I'm neutral, innit? I ain't here for these rockers, innit?
You and me both. You and me both.
I'm just trying to hit with them, man, and chatting, listen. I ain't here for them, man, innit? I don't agree with what they're saying. They're chatting worse, man.
Stand up. Right, police. Right. Why are you for that pigs? Why are you for that pigs? Why are you for the pigs? Shit. Why are you for the shit? Pigs. Right.
No chance, eh? You're I've got family in the police. No officers are free fucking young. Straight. You don't even know the law, do you? How long have you been here? Enforcement policies, that's what you do.
Just ignore the police. They've obviously just come here to provoke.
You ask right what you all are, go after us all the time. Yeah. Yeah. Have a great day, you fucking wankers. Drop dead the lot of you. I'd have to piss on you, put you on fire.
You lot's always got to interfere, ain't you? When it comes to the Palestinian lot, oh, nothing. And when it comes to the English, you lot are so vile. You two-faced police, you and your Khan's army.
Music for you. Music the best. Funny, they don't go after the problems on the Israel protest, the Palestinians, and the migrants. Yeah, they're our history. And you like brats, let them do it. But if you had a backbone, you'd be so you'd be scared of it. You won't be brats. Wait. Now red flag. Absolute fucking
You got the reinforcements over there. There's
And what's today? Because there's international football, there's no domestic football.
If you want me to,
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright guys, we're going to get started in just a minute. A massive thank you to all those people giving up your time on a Saturday. It's so inspiring, it's brilliant. I want 10,000 people here. So obviously we're addressing the crowd, we're trying to produce some inspiration and some motivation. There's nothing more powerful than that, but we need thousands. So we're going to talk to you guys. We've got a fantastic lineup of speakers, little interference from the weather, or whomever. So we've got to tweak our system here, so thanks for your patience. So we're obviously going to have a conversation today. It all starts with a conversation. And then, when we film, we're going to send that viral. How many people do you think saw our advert 3 weeks ago? Any guesses? Bear in mind our platform, how many people saw it, do you reckon? About 1 million. Online activism is great, and the left are really good at it because they're insidious, vile specimens. They try and hack you and get you fired and defund you because they are not men. They are cowards. We come out and we have a conversation. Online activism works and it is great, but this battle will be won at street level. That means giving up your time. That means sacrifice. That means duty first, happiness second. Oh, on a side note, there is no such thing as happiness. What we should strive for is peace, and that comes from doing your duty. A round of applause on that? Come on! I'm just getting warmed up, guys. We've got a fantastic lineup today, and God bless those people who are giving up their time, putting themselves on the front line, because they got bigger targets on them than we do, and our targets are pretty big. So let's hear some common sense from those guys, maybe a minute or so, and we just check in with our tech department and our main man, Michael, for looking after the speaker, because if that falls over, I'm tiring. This is the third one we had to go through, honestly, these PA systems. Alright, 2 seconds, guys. almost there, guys. What's going on here then, ladies? The Mounted Division. Cavalry. Tank Division. I don't want to get accused of misogyny by saying that. I wasn't going to do a speech because I'm emceeing, and also the guys are going to do it far better than me. Then I wrote 20 post-it, what it's called, prompt cards. So yeah, I'm not going to do it. Just out of curiosity, you know the Palestinian March, how many do they mobilise every single week for months? How many?
Thousands.
500,000? 250,000? Where were they for radical gender theory in schools? For Marxism in schools? Where were they? These guys are highly motivated. They're weaponised. They're well funded. Where were they? How about Yazidi women? Massacred by the Taliban. Where were they? Million Murga Muslims in China, in camps. Where were they? Talk about Syria. Assad, 50,000. And they talk about oppressor, oppressed narrative. They care when they're told to care. 350,000 Yemenis. 40,000 Kurds. You talk about Turkey. My point is this. This advert went out to these people who claim to be patriots. Where are they? We want them here. Multi-faith, all demographics. We want everyone here to unite under common sense. Family, faith, freedom. Where are you? Should we have a chat about Lent? Who's doing Lent? Christians? Christians? You enjoying freezing cold showers every day? Me too. You enjoying fasting? Me too. There are no excuses. Where is everyone? They were told to come out en masse, in force, in a power flex, in a move of dominance, to emasculate you, to make you feel fear, so that you submit. When I ask to choose a side, Israel or Palestine, I say dead man, the Catholic mate. It's 2,500 miles away, and may God have mercy on all our souls. Why you ask me to pick a side? I'm British. This is Great Britain. Why are we not unified? And then that, whatever he is, in number 10 came out 3 Fridays ago and had the audacity to talk about far right. The number one threat to Britain remains far left extremism, communism, Marxism, Islamism. And you care British society talk about far right, common sense, patriotism, conservatism, mums and dads who are too terrified with regards to how they should and shouldn't react at street level online to teachers in schools what we do on a Saturday when the march is going on. And that's without mentioning the Jewish community. It's terrifying. 250,000, 300,000. Far right, was she said. The Broad Church Party is the Conservative Party. The Broad Church stand for everything, stand for nothing, tolerate everything. How's that worked out, guys? Our culture over. And we're going to talk more about that today. We've got this line of speakers, and they're really, really great people. First and foremost, we're going to begin. Where is he? I'm going to do it with an Italian pronunciation. Saligani. You'll have to forgive me. Nunez, everyone! Let's hear it for him! Come on, Nunez!
the life of Mohammed. And when I see the people in the streets shouting Sharia for UK, that really worries me. Because in the Middle East, one of the reasons that the societies in the Middle East are held back is because of Islam. And countries such as Dubai, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, they've come to this realization that if they want to come to the 21st century, they cannot be living by barbaric rules. Closer. Yeah, sorry, guys. So as I was saying, is that the problem is even Islamic countries have come to this realization. But then we have people in the streets that they preach all kinds of nonsense. And this is a threat to British democracy. And you know, this idea that you cannot speak about anything anymore without being called Islamophobic or homophobic or xenophobic or racist, and that's how they stop freedom of speech. And as my friend was saying here, is that once you tolerate everything, you stand for nothing. Okay? In a free society, in a democratic society, we have to have freedom of speech. Okay? We're not Islamophobic for questioning Islam. We're not homophobic for questioning the gender madness of LGBTQ. Okay? We're not, you know, sexist if we talk about some parts of, you know, feminism and toxic feminism. So I'm a free speech advocate. I hope everyone stands up and speak up, because obviously I'm just one individual. And what I'm trying to do is to inspire people, especially with the background that I have. You know, there's not a lot of people from my background that would come and speak about Islam the way I do. And like a lot of people say to me, you should be worried, you should be scared. And this is the problem, you know? You can make fun of Christianity, you can make fun of Judaism, but if you speak about Islam, then all of a sudden it's a normal thing for you to get deference. Why is that a normal thing in society? You know? That should never be normalized, ever. Thank you. And finally, I just wanted to say that, you know, thank you for having me. And I'm just basically, oh sorry, one more thing I wanted to say about Sadiq Khan. And you know, again, so, you know, Sadiq Khan, every time something bad happens, he always hides behind Islamophobia and racism. And I think that's just absolutely ridiculous. He's the worst mayor that London has ever had. And every time you criticize him, he's like, oh, you're Islamophobic. And he, you know, panders. He was a lawyer that was supporting people that were terrorists before in his career. He turns a blind eye to Islamification and dangerous rhetoric that has been said in the mosques. Because sometimes I go to those mosques and he doesn't do anything about it. And if you do question it, he says, oh, you're Islamophobic. No, I'm not. I'm Persian. I grew up in a Muslim household. My granddad memorized the whole of the Quran. And I love my granddad. He was a great guy. However, the people, the moderate Muslims that we talk of, they're the ones that cherry-pick the Quran. If you actually truly believe in the word of Islam, there's a reason why all the terrorist groups in the world, ISIS, Boko Haram, Taliban, the way they are, is because they actually follow the word. And that is a problem for the West. We need to stop this, because this has happened throughout history. That, you know, Muslims have a responsibility to Islamize the whole world. It actually says it in the Quran. And we in the West, not just in the UK, in the US or Europe, we have to speak up about this. Okay? We're not Islamophobic for standing for the truth. Thank you. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for him again, guys. Yunus, bless him. Absolutely, God bless him. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Hang on a minute. Yeah, about this speech. Right. Why do we defend Britain? These are my musings last night.
when I was a lack of sleep-induced state, catatonic. Why do we defend Britain? Why do we love our country? Now, when I woke up, I decided to open Twitter. Where's Lawrence? Where's Lawrence? Has he? He calls it doom scrolling. I love it. It's the worst thing ever. But if you're in the Politico, whatever circle, you kind of got to do it. Doom scrolling. Awful. I think his name, what's his name? Dilly Hussein. Do you know Dilly Hussein? Yeah? Alright. So I don't, my phones, we're using this to film, so I can't read the tweet. Go check out his tweet from about 9 o'clock this morning. It's a declaration of war, guys. And he's making us all look ridiculous. It's disgusting what he's put. It is absolutely disgusting, don't take my word for it. So I was thinking to myself last night, why do we defend Britain? Why do we love our country? Is it because it's our home? I've put down here inventions. Do we love Britain because of inventions? Because of our history? Is it strawberries and cream and Wimbledon? Why do picnics, feeding the ducks? I don't know. Like, what are we now? Well, we don't have any leadership in number 10. You know, we don't have anything. We don't have a set of balls in number 10, which is what we need. Although maybe soon. So what's the score? Why are we doing this then? Why do we call this our home? Why is this our nation? What unifies us? Veterans! Veterans! So why do we do this then? What do they have? The people that hate us, the people that hate Britain, what do they have in common that we don't? I'm not going to answer it for you, but they have something in common that unites them, that unifies them. Faith! God bless you, amen. It's very true though, they do! And you've got to say, oh, they do! Doesn't matter what you believe. Yeah? Freedom to practice whatever, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. Yeah? That's the score, guys. That's it. Atheists, agnostics. It's not a sermon. It's reality. We must return to traditional values. It's Christianity, guys. It is. I'm sorry, but it is. I'm not pushing it. I'm saying it. It's common sense stuff. Reject it. Sit on the fence. Waste your money. Materialistic atheism. Do whatever. But it's true. And God bless those people who are on the front line winning those arguments and talking about the Trinity and explaining to people what it's all about. Being open-minded. Politics. Money, no. That's why number 10 comes out with economic policy and tries to confuse you with numbers and the economy. Culture first, economy second. Culture and religion are the same thing. That's it. So I'm doing all this last night, and why am I here? Why am I doing all this? And why am I putting my neck on the line? And etc. etc. And what would we describe as our culture? Up to you guys. But make a decision very, very quickly, because I want 10,000 people out doing this. Yeah? They get 250,000. They want to be patriotic, and we want to be unified. Great. The door's open. It's no issue. Family, faith, freedom. Those who hate Britain, communists, far left extremists, Islamists, you are not welcome here. Right, is Lawrence back yet? Alright, fine. Snooze you lose. Lois Perry, ladies and gentlemen, the UKIP leadership candidate. Car 26, calling out the nonsense of climate, how do you describe it? Net zero, green agenda, climate, all totalitarian propaganda, but don't get me started on that just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, the formidable Lois Perry!
Hi everyone! Can I just start by offering my sincere thoughts and prayers with Princess Catherine at this terrible time, and I hope she gets better. Friends, patriots, here we stand a shining light amongst a sea of darkness with great fortitude and resolve, because we strive to claim our country back. We need to claim our country back from the dark forces which are undermining our historic traditions and heritage. Forces which threaten our very democracy itself. It's time we made Britain great again! Far too much has gone wrong with our country in recent decades, and the decay is accelerating and visible all around us. This is no longer Britain. This isn't the Britain we love. I don't recognise it. Do you recognise it? Whoa.
Keynote.
Whoa. I hope that's not God having a go at me. This is not good. We stand at a crossroads in more ways than one, obviously. A turning point, which if we don't seize it now, may be doomed for generations. So I say to you, our politicians are weak. Our civil servants are woke. Our educators have betrayed not only you guys, but our children and our future children as well. And I'm sorry to say this to the boys in blue, but our police are afraid. They're so afraid of the mob that they won't do their job. Some people voted for Brexit because they... What? Yeah, absolutely. Two-tier policing. British people voted for Brexit because they love our country and they don't want it to change, for the worse, beyond recognition. But politicians across the board have had their chance and they have failed to deliver. Woo! So now we need to take back control.
Go on, Lois.
Sadiq Khan has destroyed London.
Whoa!
Crime is out of control. He literally hates drivers. He really, really does. He hates normal, working, ordinary people. You're not allowed to have white people in adverts anymore. That's gone straight from the top. He has morally and financially bankrupted London. London, a great international city, has now become a capital of anti-Semitism. What has he done to our capital city?
We've got people sitting across all of these.
And the Tories can't escape the blame either. This has all happened under their watch. Every week there is another hate march supported by the great unwashed, with their Jew-hating, racist banners and their Palestinian flag posts. Ignorant Marxists and rabid Islamists who seem to think that if it rhymes it must be true. 2, 4, 6, 8, Israel is a terrorist state, whatever. Well, I've got one for them. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you don't like our values, I'll show you the door. Or maybe this. Speeches and habits to terrorist scum. So stick your flagpoles up your Friends, we need to stop this madness now. We need to press the rewind button and put the great back into Great Britain. I'm Lois Perry and I'm standing to run UKIP, the political party which changed the face of Britain. If you're with me, I'm putting you into UKIP. The fight of our lives is now. It really is. We're at war. Let's make Britain great again. Shout it with me. Let's make Britain great again. Let's make Britain great again. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Lois Perry, fantastic, absolutely scorching stuff, absolutely brilliant. So I could get really carried away with these prompt cards, which are all sick of, right? So rather than do that, I'm just going to make a couple of what I'd like to call salient points. First one is this: have we got any Marines or ex-para or special forces? Oh, you probably can't say. Anyone who's trained, basically. Right? Does anyone know anything about fear? Right. Fear is your best friend. Fear either controls you or you control it. Any boxers here? Any MMA fighters? It is impossible to not feel fear. All I feel is fear. Every single morning, day, night, all I feel is fear. but it's my best friend. I'm not afraid. I get it. You guys get it. 50,000 people, 10,000 people. I want us all out. Sending the message to number 10 or whoever you perceive to be the number one threat, whether it's government corruption, two-tier policing, communism, Islamism, we can unite against so many enemies. That last point I want to make that I think is maybe salient. On Monday I was at the mass immigration event, and Constantine and Matt Goodwin, God bless them, they were doing the business. Matt, death by numbers, bosh, 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 can't argue against it, and there are a couple of far left socialists and they just stammer about and it just looks really weird. And at the end of Matt Goodwin's speech, he said it's up to the laity to rise up. Oh wow, I inspired. A couple of weeks ago, I was having a chat with my priest, and I told him about this video that had gone viral of this Islamist who'd gone into mass in Canada, and he'd gone to the Father, can I pray, and he'd done that, and he got his goon to film it, and then he walked out, big guy, and he bowled it out like that, one of them. I was like, yeah, I know a thing or two about that. I mean, I've got some lats, I get that. It's a power flex. It's a power flex. And I said to him, I said, what happens if that happens in one of our churches? He said, I would expect the laity to deal with it. The laity must deal with it. Common sense, peaceful, numbers. This is on us, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Cool. Cool. All right, cool. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, this guy. Set of balls, beautiful human being. He's doing the business regardless of the consequences. The biggest round of applause for Lawrence Fox. Come on, Lawrence.
I'm not very good at the tub-thumping speeches like Lois is, but I will start off by saying how sad it is to see the cenotaph to the memorial to glorious dead cordoned off every weekend in London. One wants to know what the people who gave their lives so that women and children would live on when they didn't would think about the fact that we have to protect our own memorials in this capital city. I think it's a national embarrassment, and we should all be ashamed of what is going on in this city. Our country has changed irrevocably since even my childhood, but it is still a country that they fought to protect, and it is still our home. And the most important thing you ought to know about your home is that it is your home, and we have nowhere else to go. Britain is a warm, welcoming and tolerant nation. We are unforgivably polite. We take in those who are suffering or seeking refuge in foreign conflict. We build a health service that serves lords and poor in the same way. And we lead the world in driving to be genuinely progressive. We value free speech because we understand that without free speech there are no other freedoms. But day after day and week after week, our great culture is being eroded. Our confidence is being demoralised. Children are taught to feel guilty for the wrongs of the past. We are ordered to be ashamed and even hate ourselves for being the tolerant nation that we have become. We lead the world in equality and egalitarianism, and yet week after week, those who seek to divide us, like the mayor of this capital city, we are told that our countryside is racist. We are told that our art is darkly colonial, that oppression is right. Presenters on the BBC that we pay for tell us that they don't feel safe in a room with different coloured people. They're just trying to hide the fact that they are the exact thing that they accuse every one of us of. Racists. They hate our own flag, but they will worship every other flag. Look, you got a Ukraine one up there, you got a Ukraine one up there, but they hate our own flag, and they love the flag they love the most. It's the progressive revolution migraine flag. The flag that has nothing to do with this country. It was a flag initially intended with good reason to provide safety for those who love different people, but it's turned into a political symbol that lives in hatred of Britain and everything we stand for. And I mean, if I can get the nomination, Rob told me to get, if you can nominate me for London Mayor, you'll never see a sodding pride flag in this.
Go on, Lawrence!
But look, there's some not good news. They're winning. This country is winning. They are winning because they know that we're a good human people. And they exploit our kindness like bullies do in playgrounds with insults and silencing of any hopeful or diverse opinion. And we all know that the only diversity anyone should give a monkeys about, is that racist? Sorry. Anyone who gives a monkeys about is the diversity of thought. It's the only thing that interests anybody. This country is not a squat or a free hotel with benefits for those economic migrants who want to come here and exploit our system. It is not a place where teachers should be hounded out of classrooms for teaching children about blasphemy. It is not a country where Jewish people should have to hide their religious symbols for fear of a mob who shout violence on the streets every weekend while this political police force look idly on. Trust in the police is at an all-time low. And some of our views, or some of their views, are met with indifference, and different views are met with police battens. That has to stop. And police without fear and without favour. Now this is, whether we like it or not, and I like it, our home. Whatever your colour or creed, we are all British first. We have a responsibility to protect the culture that was passed on to us and be part of the covenant to pass on to those who will come after us. There is no, this is more bad news, sorry Howard Cox, there is no political solution to this. There is none. There is only a revolution that can take place in every single one of our heads and hearts and hearts. The courage to stand up and believe in yourself and face down these bullies who have changed this country forever. And we only do this by talking to each other and listening to each other and being confident and coming together in defence of this country. So I will finish where I started. This is Great Britain. We all have a right to feel safe here. This is our home and we have nowhere else to go. Thank you.
Go on, Lauren, say it. Absolutely brilliant. Get Sadiq out! 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 Go on, Lawrence, well done, mate. Let's hear it again for Lawrence Sparks. That's the spirit, that's the stuff. Alright, so, alright, here we go. So, what do we know? Who are the enemies? What do we know, right? So, Islamists, they've made their move. Centrists, who like to virtue signal. The old liberal narcissistic personality disorder. Oops. Get cancelled. Centrists, wokists, the wokerati, Islamists, centrists, liberals. Alright, so what's the deal? So they've made their move, they've all teamed up. So the liberals and the centrists have to virtue signal because they obviously godless and there's no wars going on, so they don't know what to fight for. So they can virtue signal, they can make themselves feel better about themselves. I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, but it's got to be narcissism at the root of it, right? Has to be, right? And the Islamists look at them and go, you are so useful for us right now, and we'll deal with you later, right? And the radical trans lobby and all that sort of, the Marxists, they just obviously, you know, just wander around going help, and then it's like, oh, we can all join together and we can all make our move in a massive power flex. It's all dominance. We can all team up, all factions from centre left to far left. That's right, Rishi Sunak, far left. They can all team up, right, and they can all take to the streets to try and emasculate us all and make us feel fear. So that's the summary. Duty first, happiness second, and the laity must rise up. Thank you. Amen. Have I made that point yet? No? Have I made it clear? Shall I do it again? Alright, cool. So that's who the enemy is, and I tried to be... Oh yeah, side note, as for calling for the rise of Muslim armies, is that what he did? And the rise of jihad? What did the police do?
Nothing. As they always do.
Not a lot?
Nothing.
That's not inciting, is it?
No, of course not.
That's not inciting, that's not dangerous, is it? And when peaceful Muslims come forward and say, guys, you really need to do something about that, yeah, we probably better not actually, because Chairman Khan told us not to. Because you know Sadiq Khan runs the Met Police, yeah? It's not Samart Rowley. He's too busy taking the knee. Oh yeah, Chairman Khan, yeah, it all comes down from him. Oh yeah, big time. Big old budget to back it up as well. Alright, so we've got choices. We can go with outrage culture and echo chamber, or we can go with action. Likes the action. Who likes the action? Yes! Of course! Outrage, disgust, talking in circles, getting more and more irate and anxious and wound up. And we stop smiling and we get angry. How angry are we as a nation? We're so disgruntled. Or we can act. Put a smile on your face, come out every time we do this, and we put the advert out and bring people, and we replace fear with hope, with faith. You see where this is going, guys? Planting the seeds, and it builds from there. Where is Howard Cox? The Reform candidate for the mayoral of London. Howard? Can we get a call for Howard Cox to the stage? Whilst we're waiting for Howard, that gives me 30 seconds to say this. How do we feel about the mainstream media narrative now looking to conflate race and religion? How do we feel about that? If you question Islam, you're a racist. How do we feel about conflating race and religion? Oh, the fun Labour are going to have with that. We already question it, bigger. Question it, racist. In you go. We can all share a cell. Oh yeah, they're coming. Who's going to submit when they come? I didn't hear you. No surrender. But that's the plan, isn't it? It's to conflate race with religion. That's what they're doing. They have used language. They have weaponized language to put you into a state of fear. No one talks better about this than Lawrence. They use language to confuse us and to put us on the back foot. And once you are anxious, you get this thing called brain fog. You can't quite navigate life. And you get depressed. The testosterone lowers. You must look through this nonsense. I don't want you to lose your jobs. I don't want you to get cancelled. I'm not silly. I understand we have to be careful. But at what point do we all go, nah, I'm done. Now! Now! There is no tomorrow! Okay, great. How are we getting on with Howard? Has he failed? No, you're good. I'm not called to wear them. Get after his trainers.
I forgot to apologise for my footwear. They are 12 or 15 years old before Nike decided to turn them fat bisexual. So when I get home, I'll wear them. And it's quite an easy thing to not buying a football strip, you know. Quite easy thing. I mean, it's quite easy not to buy it because it's 129 quid, but it's quite easy not to buy it. And good on Harvey Elliott for having his collar up all yesterday during the game. Leave our flag alone. Leave it alone. But also, I don't think that we can sit here and the narrative is not right, us against them. It doesn't help anybody. You've got to talk to them. And you've got to ask them two very simple questions. What law is the most important law in the United Kingdom?
Our law.
Our law or Sharia law?
Our law.
And then the second question we've got to ask is, what is the age of consent in Islam? And I've got to say that I think on both of those things, that makes Britain a far more civilised country than what is trying to be brought into this place. That's nothing against Muslims. I have a huge respect for Muslims because they take themselves seriously, much more seriously than these fake bastards take themselves. So, anyway, Howard's not here. Howard! Not yet. The good news is we had a record number of people arriving in the plane. What? Because you get a free hotel, you get a free mobile phone, you get a free card, and veterans race to death on the streets. That's right. Yeah. Nick Tinconi is a much better stand-up than I am, so where is he? Come on, stand up. Do some jokes.
Alright, awesome. So, shame about Howard, but I think there's a medical emergency, not with him. Yeah, no, cool. Listen, get Sadiq out. So, right, vote how you want, guys, but vote Lawrence. So, right, Momus Najmi, right? This guy is doing the business, right? He really is, right? And God bless these people because they are putting their necks on the line, right? But this is what it's all about. Is calling it out from the perspective of ... ladies and gentlemen, Momus Najmi. Let me hear it for him. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So, for those who don't know me, you can find me on social media, trying to annoy as many people as possible. But mostly Islamists and communists actually. So it's a good job, I think so. Right? But today I don't really want to talk about Islam today. You know, I want to actually give a message of hope to everyone. I want to tell people that our enemies are actually not strong. It's actually we who have grown weaker. And what is the we that I talk about? We, the English, the Welsh, the Scots, the Northern Irish, all the people from overseas territories and British loyalists like myself who have come over here to live in the motherland. That is the we that I talk about. And that is the we that has grown weaker. Because if you're honest about it, we are the ones who have left our churches empty. We have left our families. We have broken our families. We're not teaching our kids what it is about to be British. These are the things that we have done to ourselves. Now you might say, well, where is the message of hope? But this is it. If we have done it to ourselves, that means we can change it. We have the power to change it. And those are the things that we have to do it from within ourselves. We have to become the reflection that we want to see in others. We have to uphold the British values, culture, traditions that are tied to the heritage of these lands. We have to be better brothers and brother sisters, better fathers and better mothers. This is us. It's up to us. And if we unite together, if we come together, then our enemies don't stand a chance.
That's true, but then our corrupt government lets it happen.
Well, that's fair. That's fair enough. There's a lot of things that has happened to us, right? That we didn't vote for, we didn't ask for. We voted for Brexit, its potential was never realized. We didn't vote for mass immigration, we voted to stop the boats. That never happened. But there's things that we can all do ourselves first. The things that are in our immediate vicinity, the things that are within us. Once we start changing that, then we start changing the things that are in our culture. And I'll end with this. We must not cease our mental fight.
Yes. Yes.
Not let our sword sleep till we have built Jerusalem again in these pleasant lands. Thank you.
Mic drop.
The other side of it.
Mic drop. What do we want? 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 One more time. What do we want? Some sunshine would be nice. Right, guys. This is a little present for you all. If you don't like it, that's okay, because you got freedom of choice. You got freedom, right? So let's just follow on one more point, and from what Momus just said. How's liberalism worked out for everyone? Yeah, very sad. Very, very sad. Nice idea. Really good idea. Hasn't worked out too well though, has it? Yeah, hasn't worked out too well. So, if you believe in me, if you believe in Lawrence, in Lois, in Howard, bless him, in Momus, in Nunez, if you believe in what you've heard today, if you think this is a good thing, what you've heard, if your mind has been persuaded or changed, I'm presuming I'm preaching to the choir here, but if you believe that what's been said today makes sense, can we pull that a bit forward, or maybe, yeah, something like that, that's it. But if you believe in what's been said today, if you're inspired by what's been said, when I say the new right, you say rises. But only if you want though. If you don't say it, right? The new right. The new right. The new right. The new right. One more time, the new right. It's number 10. It's number 10 gonna sort this out. It's a politician gonna sort this out. The police gonna sort this out. Who's gonna sort it out? We are. That is correct. The laity, common sense, fathers, mothers, over 18-year-olds. We are gonna sort it out. And it's not for me to say exactly how you should do that, because it's freedom, remember guys, it's freedom. Maybe Orwell was right, maybe freedom was slavery. I don't know, I don't know. Maybe he was onto something there. We know who the enemy is, and we know what we've got to do. We stay peaceful, we stay together, and we call upon all of our brothers and sisters, regardless of demographic or class or faith, to stand with us and do the job that no politician, number 10, cop, or anyone else in a position of authority that's been compromised is going to do. It is down to us. Ladies and gentlemen, I said, if you believe in what I've said, if you believe in this cause, I say the new right, you say rises. Can I just get a confirmation? If I say the new right, what do you say? Rises! The new right! Rises! The new right! Rises! The new right! Thank you so much for giving up your time. Thank you for the police that are on side and that get it and that are hamstrung and desperately just want to keep their jobs. Thank you to the police who actually get it and who do a fantastic job. Stay peaceful, network, communicate with each other, follow Turning Point on socials. We will not stop, ever. 10,000 minimum on the street. One more word from our fantastic CEO, Jack Ross.
Not from me, sorry. We've got a young speaker who wants to say a few words today. Please give it up for Harry from Portsmouth.
I just wanted to say that all of us here are the working class. The government does not care about us and never will. The left are weak. The fight runs through the British veins. We shall never surrender!
Let's go, shall we? Go for it, guys! Britain never, never, never shall be slain. Let's go!